Welcome to Lindemann Outdoors. Join Buckshot and Iceman Lindemann as they celebrate God's beautiful creation through fishing, hunting, and outdoor adventures. It's time to fill the freezer and enjoy the great outdoors the way it was meant to be. Welcome back, everyone. We're here with you boys, Jeremy and Jacob Lindemann, also known as Buckshot and Iceman. We're got going for you today. We are going to be ranking our favorite fish to catch, to eat, and just give you insights on why. Because, you're probably thinking, I wonder what these guys' favorite fish to catch is. I know you're all thinking it. A million people have asked us. We're here to give you the answers. So we're going to start with fun to catch. And this is winter, summer, all around, whatever you got. So I got my top 5, and I'll pop them up, in the air when we discuss them. So do you want to start from 5 to 1, or we want to start with 1 to 5? Obviously, 1's the best.
1 is the best, huh?
1's the best.
You just, why don't you just go for it? We'll see where this goes.
Okay. We'll go 5 to 1. Where's the best? These are still my top 5 favorite fish to catch. And number 5, I have crappie. I think crappie is really fun because it's more like just kind of like the finesse challenging. And when you finally get one to bite, it's just really satisfying to rip them out, especially in ice fishing. Because you have to drill like a million holes to follow the little school around.
They can be hard to find.
Yeah.
Especially on Lake of the Woods. I mean, there's some people that have some of these smaller lakes that are just loaded with crappies. You drill a hole anywhere, you can catch them. But on Lake of the Woods, they like the deep holes. They're mostly found up in the north part of the lake, up by the islands, and both the northwest and the northeast side. Usually you gotta go up into Ontario to catch them. But a lot of the lakes have crappies in them too, and you are right. It does take a while to find those, and they can be finicky sometimes. But when you get a good bite going, they are a lot of fun to catch.
Yep. Number 4, I have lake trout. Because I just think it's, kind of a unique thing. And when we've done it, they range in sizes from like just massive, huge things, to like just a normal, 14, 15-inch lake trout. And you're using these cool jigs and you're bouncing them off the bottom and you're in super deep water. To me, it's just a really good trip and really fun. So I think lake trout's my number 4.
And they fight hard.
Yeah. When you hook one in, you're just fighting them the whole way.
Yep.
Number 3, I have the northern pike, just because catching those hogs are fun, especially in the wintertime. Sometimes they're a little bit of a nuisance when you're trying to catch other fish to eat, and one comes in and swipes up your whole system, and sometimes they hook like 3 different lines, and they can be a mess, but they're also just really fun to fight, and they're big fish.
Yep, they are slimy, that's for sure.
They're slimy.
But pike can get huge, and they also, they are powerful as well. They can burn out drag. They can take your line underneath the boat into the motor. They can snap your line right off. They usually hit with some ferocity. They are a fun fish to catch.
I mean, we've had them. I remember the one we mounted that I caught when I was young, that big 42, was reeling up a big perch, and that thing came and just ate the perch that I was reeling up in the boat. So they're fun to catch like that. Number 2, I have bass fishing. I think number 2, the bass fishing is just, there's a reason it's so popular. It's just fun to catch, and you're just burnt. You're casting them, especially frogs. Maybe I should classify a topwater bait bass.
A topwater bite, a frog bite. Pitching a frog is the, for those that don't know, it's a plastic frog that you swim across the top, and you get the most explosive strikes. The fish just rocket out of the bottom of the water, hit the lure. It's very exciting.
You get less bites because people using swim baits and other things and worms and stuff. But a frog bite, when that thing's going off, it's the most fun thing.
It takes a big old bass to have a set of cojones big enough to rocket out of the water and smoke a frog that's swimming across the top.
Yep. And it's just fun to do, especially in the summertime. And number one, can you guess my number one?
I'm surprised at your number one. I'm gonna guess it's walleyes.
Specifically, though, it's greenback
Oh,
Lake Winnipeg
Lake
walleyes,
Winnipeg walleyes.
the old greenbacks, because those just hit hard.
They're a,
They just are so aggressive.
they're a different type of fish up there.
Yeah, like you need like half the time when we're using the electronics, we're using the Vexilars and stuff. You're just sitting there jigging your rattle bait and just boom, one comes out of nowhere. You don't even see it on the Vexilar. You don't even see it. Just smokes you.
Yeah, yeah, they hit very hard.
Yeah, to me that's just I love the Lake Winnipeg trip that we do every year. It's the most fun to me. It's just so aggressive and they're so crazy and they're cool looking. They're bright green.
Yep.
Yeah, greenback walleyes are my number one.
Yeah, that has definitely got to be up there. They hit, like you said, they hit so hard. They're very aggressive. I think they feed on a lot of smelt in that lake. I think there's smelt in there. I think there's herring or freshwater. Maybe there's some type of herring. I don't know if there's a freshwater herring or not, but big shiners in there for sure. And I think they're used to, eating some of that larger prey, like a smelt where they have to bring it when they're going to kill one of those. That's why they hit so hard. They want to make sure it doesn't get away on them. So it's, yeah, a lot of fun. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty solid number one. I say a lot, which is interesting. But anyway, I just noticed that.
You know,
I think that's an up north thing,
we
On
live pretty close to Canada most of
we
our
did.
life, so
I should be like, "Hey, bud, how you doing?"
oh yeah, bud, and fishing's great up there and up in the north.
Oh, that is a fact. Shout out to our Canadian friends. We love the way you talk, eh? But anyhow, let's we should almost rank these. It's hard to rank like what's your favorite fish because like my favorite eating fish.
Well, we're not there yet. We're doing that next.
Oh, so
This
what
is just fun to catch.
the most fun to catch and that fight the hardest?
Your top five that you
Okay.
like catching, not eating,
Okay.
catching.
Here we go. Number 5, I would say sturgeon.
Sturgeon.
Rainy River sturgeon in the spring.
That's a experience.
You can get fish up to 60, 70 inches. I think there were some
Yeah.
that were even longer than that, but I mean, they can get
Yeah.
huge. Huge fish, prehistoric fish, very powerful. You have to be set up for a sturgeon. You got to have a big rod and reel, and you're in for a fight. I mean, you literally get a big enough one, you can pull the anchor on the boat and let him drag the boat around and get him tired out.
Yeah.
So that's got to be number 5 for me, as far as fun to catch. Number 4 would be catfish
Catfish.
catfish in the Red River of the North. I've had one of those break 80-pound fire line. We've caught some huge catfish out of the Red River
Yep.
from Grand Forks and north to the Canadian border. Huge
That's a fun
catfish.
thing to do too, because
Yep.
the night bite's kind of the best. So
Yep. And then, you catch a 30, 40-pound catfish.
yeah,
I mean, I never even weighed some of them big ones we caught, but they were just monsters. Huge fish, fun to catch. Pike would be next, I would say.
like number 3,
A big pike, yep. And then I would go salmon. I'll put,
salmon.
yep, salmon / lake trout because they're kind of in the same family, sort
You're
of
doing the same.
salmonoid. And then I would probably go greenback walleyes as well. Just because, like you said, I maybe wouldn't have said that at first, but after us talking a little bit about how aggressive they are and how hard, I mean, I had one break a fishing rod. I've broke several fishing rods.
Broke the stem of the reel, just shattered
Yeah,
it.
went to set the hook, and so now I only buy reels that are made out of metal because of that lake. I mean, I have a
Yeah.
whole another set of fishing rods that I use just for that lake.
Yep.
So it's
And reels and line. It's a whole setup.
the whole, yeah, the whole setup. It's a it's a different animal. Um, Lake of the Woods walleyes, you know, they're are not as aggressive, so you have to adjust your techniques. You got to use a lot of spoons, more finesse type baits. Now, yes, you can catch them on rattle baits as well, but not like Lake Winnipeg. Excuse me, Lake Winnipeg. You could put if you could put hooks on a beer can down there and a couple rocks in it and jig it, they'd smoke that sucker.
Yep.
They're huge. So, and then you just never know you're going to get a trophy one. You could easily get a fish. There've been 14 pounders caught up there. So,
Yeah. 10-pounders are not extremely rare.
no, very common. So, I'm hoping we can get into a bunch of those when we go up. But yeah, I'd have to agree. So, that's my list for fun to catch. Greenback walleyes is number one as well.
I was surprised that, you're a big panfish guy. I'm surprised you didn't have one of, any panfish on there.
See, now panfish, I love to catch those as well, but I love to eat them. So, like
So you're just going just the fun of catching.
yes.
Okay.
Just what's fun to catch, what fights the most, what's, more exciting. That's why I said we should break this into categories because,
Well, we are doing eating next.
well, there we go.
Yeah. So I'll start with my top 5 eating fish. Number 5 is pickled herring.
Nice. Solid choice.
Pickled herring on specifically a chicken and a biscuit cracker.
Ooh, you're fancy.
What's the brand I like? Is it O. Henry or something? Or
The pickled herring?
yeah, there's the specific brand.
Isn't it Ole's?
It's Ole's. Yeah, it's Ole's.
I'm not 100% sure on that. I want
Yeah.
to check. I think it was
I don't know.
Ole's.
It's in like that
It's like a tub.
Tupperware blue.
Yeah,
Got
it's
the
in your
white
refrigerator
lid
section by the meats in there.
by the sausages.
By the sausages.
Yep.
It's yeah, especially around the holidays. There's nothing. Christmas and pickled herring just go together like
Little summer sausage.
a Christmas tree and lights. Yep, make a
Yep.
little hors d'oeuvre tray, a little relish tray, if you will.
I like pickled herring so much that one time I brought it with me on a track meet. People were looking at me weird, but then I won the discus, and I was like, "Hey,
Herring make
herring,
Jake throw far. Some of
herring,
that,
give me strength."
it's like Viking spinach.
Yep.
It's like you're Norwegian and you throw some pickled herring in, and suddenly you're like, boom, let me throw this.
Yep. But it's the reason I grew this beard at a young age.
Yeah, 2 slices of pickled herring and full beard, and you become Thor.
Yep. But now that I have number 4 lake trout, and specifically I have written down lake trout chowder,
Yeah, so you have to have fresh lake trout for that.
fresh lake trout,
Yep,
like caught that day. Make it into a trout chowder.
yep.
I haven't had it in I don't know 10 years, but it's
There's a reason.
still
The reason you like that is because, it's got like an entire stick of butter in that thing. So,
it doesn't matter. It's good.
yeah, that's why it tastes so good, because there's a whole stick of butter in that.
And then number 3, I have salmon.
Smoked salmon or just grilled
Well,
salmon?
I have it we do the lemon pepper and then
Yeah.
you drizzle a little honey on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That's pretty
We
tasty.
need to go salmon fishing again this summer because we need some more. That was some good stuff.
Yeah, I think we got to do that.
And number 2, I have ice fishing. I mean, mine are kind of situational, to be honest. I like the catch and cook crappie
Oh, interesting.
when you're out there frying them up because they're kind of small.
On
You
the
get little
lake.
like fish on the lake. You get little fish nuggets.
You're cold, you're starving.
You're cold.
You have a fish fry out on the lake. Yeah, that's a good time.
It's good. Even just I think crappie just tastes a little like kind of
Crappie is
butterier.
fantastic.
It's good. I really like it because there's smaller. You get little smaller chunks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like little fish nuggets.
Yep.
And number one, everyone knows, is walleye. Just fried walleye.
Interesting.
It's the best.
Yep.
Those are my top five. They're very
Nice.
situational, but those are my top five.
So my top
Eating.
five would be, I would probably go, I'm going to go pickled herring / pickled northern as well as
Yeah.
as number five. Pickled fish is just really good. And then actually, I would go to my next one would be smoked fish, like smoked lake trout or smoked salmon. You get somebody that really knows what they're doing. That's fantastic to eat as well.
That's your number four, smoked.
Especially if you have it on a cracker. I was going to dive into the crackers a little more there because you
Well, maybe we need top five crackers to go with the fish.
like you got to have you're all fancy, so you got to have a chicken and a biscuit cracker to go with your pickled herring.
It's the only way to have it.
Can't have a Ritz or a saltine or a club cracker.
Well, I think club cracker goes better with smoked salmon.
Interesting. There's some people that make like a salmon dip where they, that you can dip your crackers into. I've eaten pickled herring with there is something about that chicken and a biscuit flavor along with your pickled herring, but that's some high dollar bougie stuff. I don't know.
It works.
I don't know if that belongs on an outdoor podcast. Some people be like, you eat a chicken and a biscuit? I gotta have a saltine, maybe a little butter on there. Geez.
Saltines are good.
You must live in
I like eating saltines.
You must live in the rich part of town that you have that.
Yeah, I live in the rich neck of the woods.
Yeah. I got 2 chicken coops. Well, big deal.
Not just one.
Got
And a
2.
donkey.
It's a mini donkey, not to brag, but
That is the dream, is to own a miniature donkey.
they are adorable.
And name him Donkey.
Donkey. And I'd have another one also named Donkey. I'd be like, this is Donkey, and this is Donkey. How do you tell them apart? Well, easy. That one's Donkey, and this one's also Donkey. I mean, hello. Can't you see? Jeez, people.
We, where we used to live, we lived across, on the way to work and school. There was a cattle farm, and they had a donkey out there, just one.
Yep.
And the longest time they had one, he was the same. He was black, dark, and so it looked like it's kind of hard to find him in the cattle.
It was like a
So
Where's
our
Waldo game.
So our rule was if you found the donkey on your way into town, it was going to be a good day.
Yep. Yeah,
And if you didn't find the donkey, it's not a donkey day.
No.
Be careful out there.
Yeah, tread lightly.
But donkey days.
Oof.
And then one day there was 2 donkeys in the field, and that was a
amazing day that day.
double donkey day.
Double donkey day. People are going to think we've been drinking, but sadly we have not. It is in the middle of the day, and we are professionals.
Ooh. Okay, after we finish this, I just thought something we should do. Okay, number 3, you have 5, you have pickled herring. 4, you have smoked salmon, trout, smoked fish.
Number 3 would be walleye.
Walleye number 3.
Yep. Always cooked and prepared. Number 2 is perch for me.
You think perch tastes better than walleye?
I do. It's almost like a walleye with butter. And then crappie would be number 1 for me.
Crappie's number 1.
It has white, firm meat. It's almost, it almost tastes a little bit kind of like crab meat in a way, to me, but, to each his own. But yeah, it's, so crappie's probably number 1. I love crappie fillets, fried up. Like you said, those are tasty. So, there you go. There's my top 5 for fish eating.
Yeah. I was, I was thinking because while we're recording this is the week week ahead, so you never miss out. So this weekend, as in we're recording on Friday,
Yep.
is the Super Bowl. What should we do a prediction and see if we're right?
Oh yeah, we can do a Super Bowl prediction,
Because that way, when it posts, we'll just see if we're right or not.
right?
I think that I'm gonna root for the underdogs. Not really underdogs, but I think it's gonna be Eagles winning. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. Let's go 34-28 Eagles.
Ooh, the Eagles aren't going to put up 34 points.
Saquon's gonna bust one first play like he did in the NFC Championship.
The odds of that are really, really tough. But I hope you're
Well,
right. I,
38-28.
I've been a Chiefs fan for a long time. Like back,
You have been. I used to think he was crazy because
yeah,
they used to not be good.
like back before Patrick Mahomes got there. I was Alex Smith and Jamal Charles, and I used to, me and my one of my good friends, we used to go down to Missouri and we would hunt deer down there. So I got, you know, kind of hooked on Kansas City Chiefs, and everybody's down there in Missouri. They love the Chiefs, and so I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick them as a team because the Vikings had just broke my heart again for the 10 millionth time, just like they did again this year.
Yeah.
Vikings, they just kill you. They do it every year. They suck you into thinking that this is the year, and then they just rip your heart right out of your chest.
I don't, and like it's been that way the past
It's
like
been
5 years. They've been good every year,
it's
and
been
then
that
playoffs.
way for 40 years. So,
They're a good team.
and then I went to Kansas City, and then I just can't get behind the whole Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce thing. I don't need to see Taylor Swift every other minute when they're broadcasting the game. Yep, she's there. Great. Yep. Everybody loves her music except for me, which isn't true.
It used to be good. I used to be a Taylor Swift fan.
It used to be,
No,
but now I'm just like, no, no.
yeah.
I just too much of a good thing is too much. So I'm kind of over Taylor Swift. Keep making music, but I don't need to see you at the football game. And then it's like, are we watching the Taylor Swift concert or are we watching a football game? There's more focus on her than there is on football, and I'm just too much of a football purist to let that slide. So I too am going to go for the Eagles.
What's your score?
I'm going to go. Oh, I'm going to go. Let's see here. I'm going to go 28 to. Let's go 28-21.
28-21. Close game, huh?
Yep, be a close game. It'll probably be within a field goal, actually. So let's say they get to 21, the kick throw will be 24. Yeah, I'm going to go 28-24 Eagles
Okay.
as well. So
I'm going
I guess we're cheering for the Eagles, which I never thought I would cheer for the Eagles.
I was as an offensive lineman, I always respected Jason Kelce a lot.
Yeah.
One of the best offensive players in the world.
I do too. And I
And Saquon?
I want Saquon to get one. I've liked him ever since he came into the league.
Yeah. He's a good person. He's the fastest man on the planet on grass. I'll say that on grass.
Saquad.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah. Oh, Saquads.
Yeah, I want him to win one.
Yeah.
And, I like what they're have you seen the coldest white backfield to ever do it for the Eagles?
Cooper Deshaun as well.
Yep.
Cornerback. Like they're talking about, like, how good of a cornerback do you have to be from Iowa? And, look him up, and you'll be like, this guy plays corner? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He plays corner.
He's good, too.
He's amazing. You look at his high school, you see his high school basketball reel?
No.
Oh, dude, you have to Google this. Cooper Deshaun, watch him just Yeah, Google his high school reel. You should do Cooper DeShawn high school basketball highlights.
Well, here, I can share my screen. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, watch this.
We'll do this live.
Yeah.
How do you spell his last name?
Oh,
Dijon?
yeah, it's like Dijon mustard almost.
Yeah,
You start
there it
type,
is.
yeah, it's gonna come up fast.
Basketball mixtape.
Sure. Let's see what we got. I mean, it's gonna be.
NFL prospect Cooper DeJean, insane basketball.
Yeah, oh yeah. Watch this.
Oh,
Why the Vikings didn't draft him, I do not know.
we'll get this ad out of here. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen with the world. Share screen. Okay, can you see it?
There it is.
Okay, we'll go full screen.
He's like, what? Boom! That's nothing. Like, oh, out of my way. Boom!
Jesus.
Oh, it gets better. Oh, breakaway. Oh, pass the ball. I don't think so. Boom! Oh, excuse me.
Oh, alley.
Boom! Again.
He's getting up there.
Oh, yeah. This is nothing. Just watch. Here he comes.
Step back.
Oh, yeah. Crowd of three.
You're playing the NBA.
Oh, yeah. It gets better. And kabam. Oh, you're in my way? No, you're not. Dunk. Dunk.
He's dunking like Vince Carter.
Oh, yeah.
1-on-1, and he is going to throw it down.
3.
Hey, he's not even trying out there. Oh, excuse me. Pull up. There's one that's just a pure dunk reel. Oh, here, this is coming down. Boom. Well, anyway, we better quit this because the audio people won't know what we're watching.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
But those of you that don't have video, go look that video up and just watch him just,
Yep.
jump over top of everybody and just dunk on him. So,
Well, also, if you're listening to this, go to YouTube, Lindemann Outdoors, subscribe.
like,
You can watch us, see our beautiful faces.
yep, face that only a mother could love. Well,
Yeah.
But anyway,
No, that's crazy.
yeah.
I think the Eagles are gonna win it. I hope they do. They better.
Let's hope they win. But if they didn't, well, I guess we can say we were wrong, and
Yeah.
it was you can't bet against the Chiefs dynasty. I do like Andy Reid. Don't get me wrong.
He's a good coach.
He's a good coach.
I like their forgetting the name.
Steve
Defensive
Spagnuolo.
tackle.
Oh yes, you had to say Chris.
I know.
Is it Chris Johnson? No. What's his name? I can see him.
Yep. He's like 90 something. Chris Jones.
Chris Jones.
I know. That's not Chris Jones. It's is it Chris Jones? Yeah, Chris Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Jones. Love that guy.
Yep. He's good. It's interesting.
No.
My dog has moved to she's directly above me in the house, but I'm in the basement. She's moved into the room, and I can hear her whining through the floor trying to get to me.
Oh, Zeddy.
Hopefully she doesn't start trying to dig to me. That would be bad. Yeah, so
That
there's
dog is something else.
we got a big blizzard coming this weekend, allegedly, so
That's what they're saying.
Gonna have to hunker down on Saturday. I'm hoping Sunday I can get out after the storm and maybe do a little fishing again. I did well last weekend. I don't know if we talked about. No, I was on Sunday, so we didn't. But I went out and got a limit of walleyes. Caught a bunch of nice perch, some big perch, 4 or 5 of those. Caught a nice big pike. Playing with the live scope a little bit. just amazing. They're crazy what you see, but also the thing you do see is so many fish go by you that don't want to bite. So it's not as automatic as everybody thinks that it is. That if you have one, you're going to do this. But it definitely is a tool, and it definitely teaches you a lot about what's going on down there and how the fish behave, and that does help make you a better angler because you can adjust your tactics. So anyway, hoping to get out fishing. We're the itch for turkey season is starting to creep in. That's what I was going to tell you. We got to make sure we get you. You got to go online and get your turkey tag.
Yep. I think I might get a North Dakota one too.
You might as well. I'll come. We'll find a spot to
North
hunt
Dakota.
turkeys. I'll come help you.
Yep.
I won't be able to hunt in North Dakota because only residents can hunt in North Dakota.
As I'm a North Dakota resident,
Right.
so
But you can buy a South Dakota tag.
I can and I will.
Yep. It's a statewide archery tag.
Turkey season is, we're all about fishing, but that's when you're going to start seeing more videos. Because to be honest, when we're ice fishing, usually we're just we're more on a mission than we're on trying to get good footage. And
Well,
turkey hunting, it's a
yeah.
little easier because you can just set up a camera and
Right.
it's stationary. Ice fishing, you never know when something's going on, and it's anyone who's tried to film themselves in the outdoors, they know
Yeah.
fishing's way harder than hunting. Hunting because you can set up a camera and just leave it there, and you can kind of just hopefully guess where the animal's gonna come. And turkey, you just point at the decoys, and when you hear one coming, you hit the on button, and you're done.
Right. We're
Yeah.
and we're freezer fillers too. So
Yeah.
when we're fishing, we're out there getting the groceries. We're not screwing around. So
So,
That's the
but
tough
Winnipeg, we're gonna hopefully I'm gonna bring the GoPro.
yeah,
We'll see what we get.
you can film me catching fish. What you can do.
I'm just gonna put the GoPro on my head, and we get what we get.
Oh, that's a good idea.
People are gonna like it. So, but also shout out to Josh Allen, my favorite quarterback,
MVP.
rightfully so. Did you hear his little slogan? It was, "Do good, be good, God bless, go Bills."
Yeah.
That was his little ending. I liked that a lot. So
Yeah, that was
I wanted to
nice.
say that. But yeah,
We're gonna have to put some. I feel like our podcast we're evolving, Jacob, because we're not just talking about hunting and fishing, and we might have to put another little tagline in on our podcast about hunting and fishing and whatever the heck else we feel like talking about. Hopefully, hopefully everybody finds it entertaining. Please tell your friends.
yep.
Like and
We're
subscribe.
well-rounded individuals. We like all things.
Yep, that's right. It's all about, it's all about life, this podcast. So
We're
living
outdoor
the outdoors. That's right. So,
well,
yeah, I suppose
we'll get back to work, and
yep.
thank you for watching. Go out and fill the freezer. Have a good one. God bless America.